Remember what markets were supposed to be? They were meant to fund real things, real work. Building factories, sparking innovation, creating genuine growth. But then something changed. Money became, for all intents and purposes, unlimited. This easy money, created out of thin air, began to flood the entire system. And once that happened, the nature of the market itself was warped. Stocks stopped being a reflection of a company's health or its future prospects. Prices stopped having anything to do with real value. The whole game shifted. Speculation took over. Traders and investors were no longer asking the fundamental question: is this company productive? Is it creating something useful? Instead, the only question that mattered was, can I flip this for a quick profit? This new mindset lit a fire under the financial world. We saw an explosion in complex instruments like derivatives. Leverage, borrowing money to make even bigger bets, multiplied across the board. The system became addicted to risk, but it wasn't transparent. Risk was hidden, shuffled around in complex financial products, but it never truly went away. It just festered beneath the surface. And this created a deeply unfair dynamic. When the bets paid off, the profits were privatized, captured by a small group of financial players. But when the inevitable bubbles burst, the massive losses were socialized. You and I, the taxpayers, ended up footing the bill. Suddenly, we started hearing the phrase, too big to fail. When the house of cards began to wobble, governments had to step in with massive bailouts to prevent a total collapse. The casino was propped back up and the game continued. This pattern became predictable. Market crashes became a routine part of the economic cycle, and bailouts became an expected response. The people who felt the real pain were the ones who had nothing to do with these risky bets: the factory workers, the small business owners, the families just trying to get by. Their jobs disappeared, their savings were wiped out, while the financial players who caused the crisis quickly adapted and often came out even richer. This is the point where markets stopped serving society. Instead, society began to serve the markets. And in this rigged game, the house always won. The core purpose of the market, to allocate resources efficiently and fund progress, was lost. It had become a self-serving entity, disconnected from the real economy it was meant to support. But here's the most concerning part. This speculative mindset didn't just stay confined to Wall Street. It started to leak into every corner of our lives. It infected the housing market, turning a basic human need, a place to live, into another speculative asset to be flipped for profit. It spread to education, creating a student debt crisis that has crippled entire generations. It even infiltrated our daily lives, changing how we think about our careers, our savings, and our future. The system isn't just about stocks and bonds anymore. It's about debt and how that debt is used to trap people. In our next video, we're going to pull back the curtain and reveal exactly how this cycle of debt has ensnared millions, turning dreams of a better life into a lifetime of payments. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because the real cost of this system is still being calculated, and you're paying for it whether you know it or not. Thanks for watching.